So yes, motivation. Like I said, she doesn't feel like she has motivational skills and that she's failing.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I want to discuss is what motivates us personally and what keeps us motivated to see if we can, assist those people that don't feel motivated and have a struggle with getting motivated to achieve whatever it is they're seeking to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So, Travis.
Hey.
Motivation. What motivates you? What gets you motivated? What gets you up every morning and keeps you going?
Reminding myself that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. So I think it's
I could be BM and you need to be more specific.
Okay, so I'll be specific. I think motivation to me, first of all, is a pre-step is really auditing yourself and making sure you're doing what you're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
And then knowing what that is, and then being like, okay, today, every day, I'm going to be doing this. Or it could be a goal that you work towards. For me personally, when I get up and do everything, I have goals in mind that I want to set, and that kind of keeps me motivated. So every day, I know whether it be like a day, 3 months, 6 months, I have things that I want to hit for me personally that keep me motivated. Now, even doing that, it's still hard to be motivated because some days you just don't want to get up and do anything, right? But it's kind of like the internal drive in me as well to be like, if I don't do anything, nothing gets done.
Okay.
So it's kind of like I don't want to say it, but it's like a wheel.
Say
almost.
it, man. Why
like
you don't want to say
like
it?
A wheel. I mean, because you heard of the wheel. I mean, you heard of the term that you're in like
hamster wheel.
The hamster wheel,
right?
And we usually use that term more for like the 9 to 5 type of life,
right?
But I mean, it's really more so for me. It's like staying on track, more like a treadmill, I guess. If that makes sense.
That's the same thing. But go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what motivation is. That's what keeps me motivated is having these projects that I'm working on and knowing where I want them to be, and then
it ain't the money.
I mean, ironically, no, it really isn't too much of the money for me. Money is where money may be primary for a lot of people, and a lot of my friends give me shit for it too. But that isn't the primary thing, and maybe the secondary thing. I'm very close first, but I get motivated by actually impact more than money.
Okay.
And I know that sounds cheesy, everybody, but that's what it is.
Hey, to make her dad.
What? So you're motivated by the money?
What? That's my soul.
You're motivated by the money?
I have
the bonds. Okay.
Money is the main motivation.
Money is number one.
You need money to do things.
Hey, I agree, but
hashtag you need money to do things. So
I agree.
The majority of the things that I do, like, wait, if I getting out of bed or accepting certain phone calls and stuff like that, like, money gotta be the reason why. Otherwise, it don't really happen, to be honest. Unless it's a loyalty thing where it's like a friend or family where, I feel kind of obligated almost to help them out or participate. Other than that,
all about the band,
you ain't talking money, I don't want to talk. Real talk. Wow. And then after that, it really... your purpose and, doing what you want to do and stuff like that is like a secondary thing for me because...
So me and Gail are reverse.
Yeah. Because I can't get bored if money is the only thing and I'm not doing what I really want to do. So I can't be bored by that and I've been in situations where I'm being paid but I'm not happy mentally or I'm not being challenged. So I understand that money isn't everything. However, money motivates a lot of things for me. So...
Okay.
That's just what it is.
Fair enough. Myself, it's not the money. It's more so, one of the major
freedom?
ones. Well, that too, but one of the major things.
As a motivation, though, I mean, that's kind of like
a result?
Yeah, result.
Motivation, one of the major ones is actually death.
Okay. You do talk about time a lot.
Talk about, time
and that's why at this point in my life I value time so much because you don't know how much you have and you don't know when you're going to check out.
Yeah.
And so I would say number one would be, I guess I could say legacy, like to accomplish certain things. Like,
so do you want your name to be like left behind as? Do you want people to speak about you for generations to come? Or
right.
What do you mean?
Right, like that, but not necessarily just my name to be behind, but what I contributed to society to go on.
Okay.
That's what I want. What I actually did to last forever.
To make the most fire cookies.
I mean,
Ever.
and it's not just, and the thing is, funny you said that because it's not just about that, but it's about the entire journey, the story, and it can be used to motivate other people because I didn't come from a family with money. I didn't have no hookups or no political connections or any of the things that most people would feel that you need in order to attain a certain level of success. I didn't have any of those things. So it's more so, what's most important to me is that I be an example for people that are coming up so that to be a motivation for them. So my motivation is to be a motivation for others.
Okay.
That's what really motivates me to do the work so that my work can motivate others to get up and do what it is they want to do and accomplish in life.
How much of your work do you allow other people to see?
I don't know. Maybe you could rephrase. I don't know exactly. I don't think
So,
I
like,
completely understand.
Because
yeah.
if I order cookies from you, for
Right.
example, right? The only part of your work that I see currently is the cookies.
Finished product, right.
I don't know what you did to get these plastic containers. I don't know what you did for the stickers. I don't know what you did for baking. I think that if that's your goal, you should probably
telling more of that
expose
story.
or tell more of your own story.
Oh, that
because-
will be, that will come.
Well, we need to see you 3 o'clock
No,
in the kitchen.
yeah.
You know that you do it 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Right? But I don't see that.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, like,
If that's your motivation,
Uh-huh.
you're not doing a good job of putting that on display currently.
right.
Hmm.
Now, like I said,
I gotta
you
come
may
back
be
for
at
that.
a no, but maybe you may be in a, maybe you might be in a position where you're thinking about it, and what you're saying is kind of a motivation for me too. But like, just like how I said before, it's more of a result thing. So like, I look at it like a inverse. So what motivates me primarily is the goals set or like the things that I want to achieve, right? And then the secondary is the money, because I feel like if I aim at that, I could always monetize that later. And then my result should be that journey. Every time I have an opportunity like this or to talk or speak, I tell that story as I go along.
Right.
You may be in a position where you feel like you don't need to tell that story. You want it to be like a big hurrah at a certain point, but that is valuable to someone right now because you're actually doing it right now.
But here's the thing. It's not that I don't feel like I need to tell the story. I definitely feel like I do, and I do at any opportunity I get. I've been on many panels and talk shows, and I've told my story to people. But it's just like, I think, going back to what Gail was saying, that not really broadcasting it enough. I mean, if I would have focused on that, then I wouldn't be making the same amount of ground that I am, because I can't document, because the only way I could see myself doing that, so where people see the entire process, is through social media or something, Snapchat or Instagram videos or whatever. I'm like, showing, okay, this me doing this me. That would take away from me actually doing the work. So I would actually have to have somebody documenting it for me. And I'm not opposed to that. But at this current state, I'm still operating from my home.
Okay.
So it's a matter of inviting someone into your actual home at this time, which I'm not completely comfortable with.
Okay.
But so that's to answer that. It's not that I don't want to, but I'm just so busy doing the work that I can't be doing the actual documentation.
What's our closing statement for this podcast?
Losers make
'Cause
excuses.
That's all I'm hearing.
Winners
Yeah, but
make
that's
excuses.
but that's the
Okay,
thing.
Great.
No,
What
see,
I'm
but
saying
you're
is
thinking-
based on what you
Yeah.
want, right? Based on what you're saying, your motivation is for people to see this. And I'm just saying, as a person looking from the outside,
No, but it's
I know what you do.
No, but it's not so much. It's not so much. To
I know
see.
what you do.
No, but it's not. Let me tell you. Let me show you. And
I
you
think-
know this. People these days are more. They pay attention to results. People ignore processes. People don't want to see the process. This is
They
why.
do.
Not most people. And this is why MTV Cribs and all these videos and all the music, they like the end product. They want to see the NBA. They don't want to see the journey.
That's the days gone
But-
by.
But hold on, let me finish.
I'll let you finish.
Yeah,
mine.
let me
I'll jump
finish.
into-
Man.
Let me finish.
And I'll
Here's the thing.
explain why.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I know people pay attention to results. So right now, I'm so focused on attaining a certain status. That's social, financial, all of the above. I'm so focused on that it's not a matter of me. I'm just not the person to be, with a camera all the time. Because like I say, if I end up doing these
In order
things.
to achieve what you want to achieve, maybe you need to be that person.
No, but here's the thing. You're looking at it just from one aspect. Okay, when do people come out with their books?
But they document it along the way.
You know, that's fine. I know exactly what happened. But what I'm saying is, when do these best-selling authors and these motivational books, when do these books come out?
It depends on what the situation is, I feel. When they're successful, you saying, to get traction?
When they've when they've attained a certain level of success.
So what about the people who release books and then attain success? People who've written books.
Like
and
who?
then maybe 10, 20 years later, blow up, for example. What about them?
Well, that's them, but not everybody's path is the same. It's just that my path is I am doing the work right now, and I've been thinking about doing this book for a long
All
time.
I'm trying to say is, and you could keep thinking about it, right?
Uh-huh.
All I'm trying to say is, if you are saying that your motivation is for people to know your name and your works, then put them on
They need
display.
to know your name
Now,
and
if
work.
you
They
don't
are.
want to put them
But
on
no, but they
display,
need to-
that's your choice. But then
But-
don't get mad when I don't know you's be making these cookies at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I trying to get my chocolate chip or whatever, and I wondering why I can't.
But wouldn't it be more value, and I don't want to get stuck around this, but like, wouldn't it be more value for the people, the core people, to take them along the journey while you do this versus saying, here, this is what it is? So, I mean,
I get it, but-
Shanna Edgecombe commented,
Wow.
people want to connect a face to the business, particularly if you are small. We see a lot of cookies. We don't see a lot of the man behind the cookies.
Well, you know who does see it?
No, I don't.
The customers. Who you think delivers the cookies? Me.
Okay.
Damn near every
Okay.
single
So when I look up the
delivery-
cookie caterer, I
Uh-huh.
see you delivering cookies to people?
No, but if you go to my
No.
website and you go to the about the baker section, you will see me in my story.
So I have to go that far to find out about you.
What is that for? That's the website, Gail.
I have to log on, click on About Us. You have social media, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, but I have to go to your website to find out more about you.
Circling back to motivation.
Okay, go ahead.
He's like,
And no,
let's get
because
back
I want to
topic.
tie it
Yeah.
all in together. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm not saying your approach is wrong, but I have an inverse approach of it,
Okay.
right? So, in terms of documenting or telling that part of the story, I remember when I first came back home, I wrote a blog post about, okay, what am I going to do next? I had no idea what I was going to do next, but I know where I was and what I did. I put that as a blog post. And
That was crazy.
did you read
I
that?
remember. Yeah, I remember it very clearly because I didn't know what you had been through.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for me, it's motivation for me to look back at that piece of content, if you had to put like a word on that, to not only see how far I've come, but how aligned I am with what I'm doing. But people also could go and that is a reference point for people to be like, oh shit, he did talk about this.
But
and
that's
all
what
that
I'm
shit.
saying. Hold on, because this I don't understand. I don't
No,
know. Hold on.
Another comment before you continue.
Hold on.
No one is reading your website beyond your cookie flavors, Greg.
Listen to
Short
me.
attention spans for the win.
Listen
But
to me.
no, I
Hold
want
on.
to stick.
Okay, continue.
Hold on, listen to me. Because I don't know where we get and how we get here, right?
That's why I try.
Yours, the way it's coming off to me as though I have not been telling my story or documenting.
We never said.
every damn near every show appearance that I make, which has
Where?
been many.
Where?
Whether it's on Guardian Radio, on there
the
many
radio?
shows. Well, what? My goodness, Gail.
On the radio, who
Really,
you
Gail?
trying to target? 40 to 60-year-olds?
really, Gail.
I'm just being real.
Really, Gail.
Which person in your age bracket is listening to the radio if they don't know you on it?
Well, due to the system that we have set up, we cannot know because we're still on the old analog system as opposed to the digital
So
system.
what about
we can't get
Facebook
the
and
complete
Twitter and
analytics.
Instagram and social
So,
media?
okay, so-
where are you on there?
Okay, so what are we doing right now?
We're talking
We
about
talk about you.
How long have we been doing this?
17 episodes in.
Do
going
we not
strong.
tell our stories on this?
We do.
What platform is this on?
No, but see,
Thank you, Travis.
No,
Sort them out,
listen.
please.
What
But what-
platform?
no,
No,
She just
we ain't
said
talking about
social
us.
media.
We are talking about you, your brand, and your business.
But we discuss those things on here.
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
That's
that
what I'm
now.
saying.
And
No.
if you're not in that immediate circle that watches this, how are they going to know?
Okay, watch this. Because I don't understand where we're going, right?
So-
Just to turn it to something else. Okay, so what's your suggestion, Gail Hanna?
My suggestion
Please,
to you
go
is
ahead.
to put a little bit more about
You
Greg
out there.
Collie, the cookie caterer, out there. Involve us more in the process of what you're doing.
See,
Maybe
but
show us a certain part of the recipe. Maybe you could give us tips and tricks on how to prepare the best, most tasty.
I get you, but
you don't have to wait for your
maybe you
successful
can
to
do
that.
No,
whatever.
I understand that, but
Okay,
what you
for
have
example,
to,
right?
What you have to
Rihanna
realize,
is one of the biggest social media celebrities out there.
That is
And the
fine.
reason why she is the biggest celebrity out there is because she has given an insight into behind the scenes.
Hold on, let me
now,
ask you
a lot
something.
of celebrities.
Let me ask you
I'm
something.
not
But what-
finished.
Hold on.
I am not finished.
Okay, go ahead.
A lot of celebrities do not show behind the scenes in their lives.
Here's the
right?
thing.
Now Rihanna, she's out there, she's partying, she's smoking, she's drinking,
But
she's
she's
doing
being
whatever.
her. That's
she's
her.
being her and she's putting it
But
on
that's-
display.
but that's
and that is
her.
why she has such an
Okay, see, we go into
authentic
another important
and
point.
that is why she is into such an authentic following because she's genuine on social media.
Now
So
you
all
gotta-
I'm trying to
you
say
gotta
about
prove my
you
point.
is that as the cookie caterer, you can consider putting yourself out there a bit more in order to get an authentic following and to let people know who Greg Collie, the cookie caterer,
Now let me
is.
ask you something. Now, because you just proven my point.
What point
Now
is
you're
that?
talking about authentic following.
What point is that?
Rihanna is being herself.
Motivation is the
Okay.
topic, ladies and gentlemen.
This is we done past that now. Jesus, we done off that. We just going right now. So here's the thing. That is her being her.
Okay.
What I'm explaining to you is that is not me. Not everyone has to have the same approach. My approach doesn't have to. Hold on now. You run on for about 15 minutes
I
just
didn't
now.
run on. I made a point.
Yes,
Go on.
and that was a very long point. So let me
So be it.
so let me clarify, right? I am being my authentic self, which is why in the beginning I said not necessarily my name, Gregory Collie, but my work. Do you know Patron? Do you know Patron tequila? Who started Patron?
No idea.
Exactly. That's my point. So I don't mind being the John Paul DeJoria who started Patron, that you know the brand. You know the brand. But you don't know the person that started the brand. You understand?
But your goal is
So-
to inspire people
Thank
through
you.
your story.
Thank
No,
you very
yes,
much. That's what I was going to
I
say.
get that.
That's
but
exactly what I was gonna say.
People that care enough will look it up. How do
No,
you
they
think-
won't.
So how do I know John Paul DeJoria?
I don't know who started Patron. I don't care.
You don't care about that brand, but people that care about my brand will care enough to look it
No,
up.
they won't.
You
All
understand?
they know is you have good
But
cookies.
Gail, you can't say that. You cannot
My
say
whole
that.
thing is, and
Not
what Travis
everybody-
was saying is, right, if you have
Not
a goal
everybody is
of
Gail
people
Hanna.
knowing your work and what you've done,
Yes.
you need to show them
It's-
who you are.
But
That's
what
all.
what did I say? I said my work, the brand, it doesn't necessarily have to be me, this big popular
But
celebrity
you don't.
person.
But you don't know that what you're doing right now can inspire somebody right now versus 10, 20 years from now.
Yes, but I want to be authentic as well. I
You
don't
can
want
still be authentic.
No, but here's the thing. I don't want to force myself and do something that I don't have planned, because I have a plan for my future. I don't want to go off of that just to try appease what someone else feels that I should be doing.
We're not. Nobody's appeasing anything, I mean, like, if my goal was to inspire people through what I do.
No, but remember, we said what motivates you.
Yeah. Okay, so what motivates you is your goal, and your goal is to inspire people.
I said what motivates you. What motivates me
Is
is
inspiring
to
people.
build brands
Well,
that
you didn't say that at
last
first.
forever.
That you didn't say that at first.
Yeah,
you
well,
didn't.
I did mention it.
You said
You didn't.
inspire people.
You said
Well, no, I
for
mentioned-
people to know your work.
Yeah, exactly. My work is the brands that I build.
Nobody knows it's you.
They don't have to.
Okay. So you're
Who
happy.
started Coca-Cola?
You're content with the cookie caterer having no connection to your name at all.
No, there's a connection, but I'm good with them having to, if they don't know right off the top. Like, I'm not the P. Diddy who was going to be in the Ciroc commercials, showing my face, being the face and the brand.
How you think he sold to Rock though?
But that's him. How do you, you don't know John Paul DeJoria, but
so
look how
you
much
have to do
Patron-
something different in order to get
Patron
different results.
sells more, but you don't
the
know.
goal is the argue isn't you not being that person or this being that person. We don't know what Diddy's goals were. Diddy's goal might be different from your goal.
Exactly, and I'm telling you that I am following my goals. I feel like I am being authentic and true to myself. I know
Okay,
what
that's
I
fine.
want to accomplish, and I know what
We can
impact
only
I'm
make
trying to have.
suggestions.
That's
You
fine.
could take
You
it or leave
understand?
it.
That's fine.
That's
So
all.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, cool. Back to motivation.
Back to motivation. And what I was saying before is that the reason I do those things, I mean, they double as documenting, but they also serve as a snapshot of where I was before. And then I find anytime that I write something, or if I am thinking a particular thing and be like, what the hell am I doing? I always look back at that, and that kind of motivates me, along with the people that I impacted, along with the work that I've done along the way. And not only that, does it motivate me in terms of what my mindset was back then, to know that I'm actually making progress. So that kind of adds as motivation. On top of that motivation for me, and it may be different for people in their different pieces of work, my motivation, like with that impact as well, the thank yous, to actually see people making progress and doing what they need to do. That's a big motivation for me as well.
Okay.
Me as well.
I mean, I want to congratulate the young lady who actually commented in the group, because to know that you're not motivated and to feel kind of unsatisfied with where you are is like the beginning step of trying to figure out
what it is,
this motivation, or trying to figure out what it is that you want to do. So I feel like she may not feel like she's in a good place. And I think we've all kind of been there where you're not really motivated, or you're not really sure about what you're doing and stuff like that. So I feel like being uncomfortable may be the best place for her to be on this entrepreneur journey, where she, she's trying to figure things out, but she knows where she is not where she wants to be.
Right.
So
and that's self-awareness. And if she's self-aware, she recognizes that there's a weakness, and she wants to improve upon that weakness. She wants to strengthen that weakness. And that's always a good thing. So let's talk about those times, because you said we always have those times from time to time where you wake up and you just feel like crap. You don't feel like, you're not motivated. So what do you do on those days where you don't feel motivated to get yourself motivated to get back on track?
Well, for me, a piece of it is getting in a routine, kind of trying to create what is called flow.
Okay.
For me, to get in a state where I could effectively do work on a higher level, especially when you get to the point where you don't know what direction you're going. I always audit myself. If I draw bubbles or whatever I need to do, I take 3 to 6 months in terms of, okay, what is everything? It doesn't have to be projects. It could be activities. What do I do, and what does it all connect? And through that, you might discover what you're really good at, what you're passionate about. It may even change over time, or maybe something that you realize you've done for a while, and now it's kind of coming to light with the opportunities that present itself. And once you spend enough, intimate amount of time with yourself and looking kind of at everything that you do, you kind of form a path that you want to go on. And then that kind of revitalizes that motivation for me. Because once you be like, oh, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
And you kind of follow that. And if you have a good hunch on what the next thing is, then that kind of puts you in and gives you motivation for that purpose. Like for me, and this has happened to me recently, where a year ago and probably 6 months ago, I asked myself, okay, what the hell is going on? And I kind of looked at everything that I've done and kind of see what were the underlying themes on top of the impact. And that kind of stared me into the new, reinvigorated the motivation for me to do what I want to do. So, and what that is to people is that in the next couple months, I'll be focusing more on communication in the technical sense and the general sense. Looking at what I do on the web as form of communication, but also how I communicate effectively with people, and that kind of translates into sales, and just how I communicate and get my message out there for that, as well as telling my story, which I have documented that I want to kind of make more, known out there. And that kind of adds, as that story kind of looks back and look at that motivation in terms of what I was interested in before, why I probably would have been down that path. So those things kind of keep me motivated.
Gotcha.
And the thing is, and that if you're looking for something to be motivated, everybody out there, the best place to start is your story. Try to think about your life. Everybody's life and story is probably the most valuable thing that they have and take anywhere with them. And you might find some nuggets of information in there that could help you to take the next step to go somewhere else.
Gotcha. And I want to address one comment Machine Edge can make. When we finish how we motivate ourselves on those down days, I have a comment, because I think you're all looking at something. Or well, go ahead. I'll address it once we go through this.
This is why we're here, Greg.
Yes, go ahead.
Anyway, piggybacking on what Travis said, I think also remembering your why. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing what you're doing? And when you kind of refocus on what it is that you want to do and why you want to do it, it'll be easier to find some motivation for it. And the routine that you mentioned is actually pretty good when it comes to taking some time for yourself, thinking about it, like you said, do an internal audit on yourself and what it is that you're doing. That's very important in my opinion as well. So I agree fully with what Travis said, but also to remember the why. I think that'll help you with motivation. And of course, find an accountability partner, because a lot of times we set out to do things and they may fall by the wayside. There may be a list of things right now that we said that we were going to do maybe a year ago that is still sitting there on the list. Find somebody that you know will be able to keep you accountable for certain things. Ask and check in with you. Hey, I know you said you wanted to do such and such. Where's that now? That kind of way you are reminded of all these other things that you wanted to do and keep motivated with what you want to do.
Well, I don't know if you say any personal things just now, because it was, what do you personally do on those down days?
Yeah.
Those
the why. Really trying to remember
why
why
you're
it
doing
is
what
that
you're doing.
and then your goals, of course. I mean, everything that Travis said, I agree with personally, because I do it myself.
Okay.
Remind yourself of your goals. I see myself doing this, but am I aligned with that? And then try to motivate yourself that way. And then, like I said, with accountability partners, you have somebody else that can step in, and sometimes they can motivate you as well. I watch YouTube videos. I get motivation out of that. Particular YouTube videos that remind you about, you know, seeing the bigger picture or vision, purpose, etc. Things like that are motivating to me. Yeah,
that's exactly what I do on those, you know, those rough days where you feel down, you don't feel motivated. I go to YouTube, and you know, it's people like Les Brown and Tony Robbins and Gary Vaynerchuk and Earl Nightingale, just a bunch of different, you know, motivational videos that I would watch, and it usually, you know, gets me right back, because it's mainly mental. You know, it's just keeping yourself in the right frame of mind so that you can, you know, perform and do what you need to do.
It's totally because you forget. I think motivation, you always forget. So you have to keep reminding yourself, and you have to keep, like, motivation isn't like a one-time thing where, like, you be motivated forever.
Yeah.
Because life change, shit happens. So you always have to, I think the thing that you have to remember is that you have to touch base with yourself always. So, like, if I take a meeting, is this meeting aligned with my goal? If it's not, it's wasting time. Essentially what it is. Because if I take that meeting and I waste my time, it's a cycle. So I take this meeting that doesn't have anything to do. I go down this path that has nothing to what I want to do. I get demotivated because I can't do the thing. And I think what gets people demotivated is trying to do something that doesn't align with what they want to do, as well as what they're technically good at. Like that Albert Einstein quote, everybody's a genius, but if you judge a fish by his ability to climb up a tree, he'll think it's stupid his entire life. So I think that what causes people to get demotivated, especially if they don't do anything that they're passionate about, they're going and doing these things throughout life, and they'd be like, oh, I don't, like, that's just in the thing, and I don't know what to do, and they feel like they can't do that next thing because it's a bunch of work. Because they've been off that path for a while.
From what you're saying, I'm hearing comparison and comparing to other people. Like you said, if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, there is another animal that can climb a tree. And because that is supposed to be the standard, the fish kind of gets a little demotivated because it cannot achieve that.
And we do that to ourselves too, in terms of like looking at people and
other
trying
people and what they're doing and how they're living. Agreed. So that kind of keep your eye on your own paper.
Because most people look at motivation, they want to tie motivation to success. And success is what they see with other people, whether it be celebrities or people that are doing well. But everybody is different with their end thing.
This is amazing.
No.
I'm saying this is amazing.
But what I'm saying is what I said to you too, because the thing is everybody's goal is
We're only trying to better you.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You understand. Hold on, Greg. You understand what we said was for the betterment of you and your brand, right?
That's what you feel is for the betterment.
No, that's what results have shown.
No, that's what y'all just
So you think we're just talking crap?
No, what I'm saying is y'all just proved exactly what I was saying a while ago.
Unfortunately,
now we could listen back to this, and you could listen to it in your spare time. Listen if what y'all just said did not reiterate what I was saying earlier.
Okay, so
I want
let's
you to listen to this from
Okay.
a year from now.
Okay, so I'll break
Hey,
it down again. I'll break it
Y'all
down
just
again.
That's all.
reiterate what I said.
Before you said you want to get to,
You
let's-
only
for
want
a lack of a
company.
better term, patron status before you tell your story.
No, not necessarily.
You want to. Your thing is building brands.
Listen to me, and this is me. This
Break
is
it.
me, and I'm gonna.
I knew he's gonna come back here.
Listen, and I'm gonna address Shayna's comment and answer that question in the same vein, right?
Okay.
Message come.
Now, her comment was, now, Greg,
Yes.
Patron was probably started back when it didn't matter who the owner or founder was. Well, Shayna, I got news for you. Which one is Facebook camera? Right here? Shayna.
It's not Shayna, right?
Yes.
Shana,
Shana. Oh, I'm
Shana
sorry for
Edgecombe.
mispronouncing your name. Shana?
Yeah.
It's Shana. Miss Edgecombe,
Lot of mercy.
I got news for you. It still doesn't matter who the founder is. What matters is the product that you put out, the quality, the work that you put in, the work that you put into building that product. Because nobody cared who Mark Zuckerberg was until he reached a certain plateau to where they cared. And then they started reaching out to him to find out his story because of the success that he attained.
But
Let me
Mark
show you. Watch
Zuckerberg's
this.
goal wasn't
And
to
there's-
inspire people. Mark
Hold on.
Zuckerber's
You
goal
don't
was to
know.
connect his
You don't
goal is to
know.
connect the world.
You don't know.
I'm telling you what his
don't
goal
know
is.
what his
That's
goal
what his
is.
stated
Yes, he
goal
does.
is.
That's one of the things, but you don't know what all of his goals are. Okay? You don't know. Now listen. Here's the thing. Who started WhatsApp?
I can't remember his name.
Okay, this is my point. So Shana, it doesn't matter who she said. She says.
According
Hold
to
on.
your
No, but
goal.
I'm addressing the comment directly.
Okay.
The comment says
Okay.
maybe Patron was started when it didn't matter who the starter or founder was, and these are different times. Now that is. She is trying to implicate that now it matters who the founder or starter is.
Yeah.
It still doesn't matter because you don't know who started WhatsApp.
Greg.
WhatsApp, one of the biggest platforms
But
out
what
there
was
right
his
now.
goal? His goal may not have been to be known as an app producer.
See, but again,
Your
Again.
goal is to be
I don't know
known
the
for
name
your
of the
works.
person. I
it's
don't-
amazing that you're
I don't know,
telling
no.
me my goal.
You said it.
No, that was one of. That was not my. What was the first thing I said? Do you remember?
Let's go back. Pull
What-
the tape back.
Do you remember the first thing I said?
I don't remember.
I said the major was death. I value my time. So therefore, my major goal and concern is what I accomplish in the time because I do not
so
know
if you
how much I
die
have.
and nobody knows your name, you're
Wait,
okay.
But I said as a secondary.
I don't know who the founder of. I
So
can't remember
you
the
need to
name of the
get
founder of
celebrities to
WhatsApp, but his
endorse
goal
it.
was to communicate with his
You
family.
do
and
not
stuff.
know. You guessing.
I telling you what his story is.
That's what
He's
somebody
not
write
guessing.
about
He's
it.
No, I went to the Facebook
Uh-huh.
conference and he said he created WhatsApp because he wanted to talk to his family in South
Okay.
America and he couldn't find an affordable way to do it.
That was. I wanted. Did I mention anything about being sweet mouth just now?
Say sweet mode.
Sweet mode.
Exactly. That's why I started baking damn cookies.
Greg,
That's why I started. So he wanted to contact his people. I wanted to make my own cookies because I like
making a
cookies.
suggestion to you.
You understand?
Obviously, you've rejected it,
No,
right?
no.
But
what
all
I'm-
we're saying is,
I
as a
haven't
small
rejected it.
business
What I'm
owner,
saying is,
you
what
can
you
consider
are
it.
no what you are suggesting, and I said earlier, I am not closed off to it. I'm open to if someone else is there to.
So we're not validation enough.
No.
You don't live with nobody
So-
else?
okay.
Kaylee could record you.
no,
For that
listen. What I'm saying.
For that particular thing, you said you would do it if someone else was there to do it
If
for
someone
you.
else does it, I'm not going to say, hey, I don't want people to see this process. No, I'm not going to
So
do
why
that.
can't-
But my
record?
question to you is, why can't you do it yourself?
How can I?
Why can't you? It's
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
No, that trust me, that 2 seconds is a lot of time in what I do.
Wow.
That sounds
It's
like,
that serious.
That sounds
Okay.
like an excuse.
It is that. No, it's not an excuse. I just don't care
I need
as
a white
much
flag.
about that as I do about my product and getting it the right
And
the
that's
way I
your
want it. And the
prerogative.
time exactly.
It
That's
is
my
your
goal.
prerogative.
My goal
We're just
is
making
my.
a casual suggestion to you that in the building of your brand and the knowing of your name, you can consider
But here's the
putting
thing.
a little more out there.
But here's
That's
the
all.
thing. And here's the thing. You said that I'm not doing a good job of it, right?
You're not.
That's your opinion. Because these appearances and these invites to speak that I've been getting,
Have nothing to do with cookies.
what you talking about? Are you kidding me?
Are you talking about cookies when you go? You
Yes.
talk about the cookie caterer?
Yes.
That's why they have you there.
Yes.
To talk about cookies.
Yes, and I was just invited to speak to students
So
at
men
BTVI
speak you
as
as they're
well.
talking about cookies.
Well, we told our stories.
I'm just asking.
Yes, and I'm
You talk
answering.
about cookies the whole time.
It's not the whole time, but that's what got me the invite. You understand what I'm
bake
saying?
cookies.
No, it's not. See, and you're trying to oversimplify it. It's not the fact that I bake cookies. It's I built my profile through my work to a point to where people now know my brand and they reach out to me to participate in certain things because of the work that I have put in and the accomplishments that I have. The accomplishments that I have.
I would like to
so
suggest
that's
to you
why.
that that's
and
not
that's,
the
and this
case.
is, well, that's your opinion.
It
That don't
is.
mean it's right.
It is.
You understand? You could
Yeah.
have you could feel like the sky is green. That's your
Yeah,
opinion.
it
That
is.
doesn't make it right.
And your
I am
opinion as
telling-
well.
I am telling you.
Because you're not the person who invited you out.
No,
so
but
it's
here,
your opinion
okay.
as
So
well.
if I didn't do these things, you think I would get these invites for these things?
I'm not sure. Are you friends with these people?
How did
Do
I
you know them from
exactly.
church?
How did I get? No, I
Do you know
got
them from school?
This is see, and you
We have no idea.
see, but yeah, because you're not listening.
The topic
I
was
am
motivation,
listening.
ladies and
I am
gentlemen.
listening.
I got these
But my whole point is
relations.
that
Listen,
we're making a
Hold on.
suggestion to you.
hold on.
You've rejected
Hold
it,
on. No,
which is
listen,
fine.
Listen.
But you can consider it for the
listen.
betterment
Why you
of your
on this light-skinned
brand.
woman, man?
That's
I don't
all.
listen.
That's all.
Listen. I built these relationships through the work that I have done. I've met these people either as customers or they've heard of me from customers.
Okay.
So the work that I've done have built these relationships that have created these opportunities for me to tell my story on a large scale to a wide amount of people.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Cool.
And I'm saying is I want to be authentic to myself. I feel like what I am doing is exactly what I want to do, the way I want to do it, and I'm going to continue to do it that way.
And that's okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good. Look at Travis. Travis look like he need a Snickers right now because he look like he want to get away. He look like he in an awkward situation. What happened, Travis?
I
Travis,
mean-
why you don't like these kind of conversations, man?
I mean, this conversation is fine, but it isn't the topic that we.
Who
planned to talk
cares?
about
Who
today.
cares? Travis, who cares? We don't care. Who cares?
it's-
Listen, we just
I want
wanna
to bring the most value to the people
exactly
who we're
And
listening
I-
to
and I
about the
feel
topic
like,
that we
and
want
I
to
feel
talk
like
about.
we are bringing some great value to people right now. I think this is a very spirited conversation, and I feel like people are getting great value from it. So I don't care if we may have to go off the rails a little bit if we set a topic. I don't care. Don't matter to me as long as we are giving, like you said, we provide value and we are discussing real issues. And people are taking away from it positivity, and they are learning, and they are growing. That's all I care about.
Knowledge.
You understand? That's what matters to me. So if you feel like, we got to stay on topic, we don't have to. We don't have to stay on topic. If we deviate off the topic for a little bit because there's a passionate issue that we have to dive into,
That's fine.
buddy, we can do it. Because that's what this is for. You understand? That's what this is for. So, anything else y'all want to add?
Oh
God.
for people who have trouble finding motivation again.
Yes.
It is a hard game, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly I could tell you to do. I think the best thing you could do to yourself in terms of motivation, you could do as much to watch as much videos, and read a book or something like that. But a part of motivation is taking some action and getting some progress. It may not be the
Plenty
progress,
action.
any action,
Plenty.
to kind of get it. Because you could plan and think all day, and I think we talked about this in a past episode too, in terms of you could strategize and plan all day, but actually doing something. The only way you could to manage your motivation, I guess, is to measure it by doing stuff. And for the people who still may not know what that is, try to think about what you're good at or what you're passionate about, and then that'll be a thing. And then for the people who are trying to figure out how to monetize that, or how do you make money from the things, or how do you stay motivated to keep making money, to me, I feel like once you knock down the passion, the money will eventually come. You just got to figure out and tweak and do a lot of things, which in turn needs motivation because it gets hard to do that.
All right. That's it. Gail, anything else?
Talk with peers, talk with like-minded peers for motivation. YouTube, articles, internet articles. There's a lot of things out there about motivation. Develop a routine or a habit. If you wake up at a certain time, maybe invest in some meditation or something to yourself. Listen to particular kinds of music. Listen to particular kinds of speeches and topics. What else? And remember your why. Center yourself and remember why it is that you want to do what you want to do. Remember your end goals, especially. Your why and your end goals will help to push you toward where you want to go. So keep that in mind to help to motivate you. And it's okay to look up to other people who have done things successfully, even if their personal life may not be, that you agree with. Find people that are doing what you want to do now and learn from them. Try to take the best from them and see how you can apply it to yourself. See how you can fit, certain parts in that. I think that's about it in terms of motivation.
But
that's
that
the only
is-
thing
that
that
is a
comes
big
to
one.
top of mind. Yeah.
Role models.
Yeah.
And my thing is, buddy, one thing you always should remember, you can die. You can die. And you don't know when you could die. So make the best of your time. Treat time as currency. It's the most valuable thing you have. Treat it as such because you will die. And I don't think anyone wants to die with regrets. I mean, you're dead anyhow. But you want to live a life fulfilled, happy. Always remember
That's
your
the biggest
clock.
thing.
Yeah, your clock will expire.
Yep.
So make sure you make the most out of all the time that you have. Don't waste it. Cherish it. And on that note, I'm going to wrap up this hot episode. Hot episode.
Woo!
Where losers make
Caliente.
excuses, winners make adjustments. Thank you for listening and see you next time. Peace.
Good night.